This gathering makes this day special for people living with disabilities in Lagos State. Beyond sharing the joy of the season with them, it is also an interactive session with Mr. Governor at Lagos House, Marina. The audience here cuts across representatives of various groups of people living with disabilities. The motive behind this session is to hear the views of the physically challenged with a view to coming up with plans that improve their lot. Part of the issues raised by the PLWDs are that of the need for inclusive education for physically challenged, provision of qualified teachers, more opportunities for employment, access to free healthcare, reactivation of the Disability Fund, and better inclusion in politics.
The inclusive education that we have in Lagos is not really working the way it should. What we have is integrated education, and it's not helping. Whereby you cluster all disabled people in the same class, and you get special teachers to come and teach them.
Most times, when people view children with intellectual disability, you see them as children that are non-intelligent. But unfortunately, it is not right. Children with intellectual disability, they are good academically and in other social aspects.
Mr. Governor takes his time to listen to all of the concerns raised and assures that his government is committed to prioritizing issues affecting PLWDs in the state.
You know, the whole idea is for us to have this interactive session. Let us hear from you. Let us not assume that we know it all, that we have done it well, or that we have all the answers. But listening to you has enriched us, has given us a better understanding of where we need to improve our relationship and all of the access that you have with us. I've ensured that the budget for next year that the House have just approved, we have put there a 500 million naira for the Disability Fund. So that fund will be available. So we'll all sit down with the Ministry of Youth and Social Development the moment we enter into the new year, and we will agree with you in what area we should apply those funds into.
Beyond the provision of the 500 million naira for the Disability Fund and the 2021 budget, he speaks further that the Health Ministry will also look into the challenges faced in this regard.
You've talked about issues around providing free testing during this COVID era. We will pass on that message to Commissioner for Health, and they will implement that immediately. You've talked about in the law that free health for disabled people. We will also need to clear so that we know what the level of health that we can provide. We will make sure that the Ministry of Health is unambiguous. They clearly state what you are entitled to, and all our primary and secondary health facilities will be informed about what those things are, and it will make them available.
The PLWDs here so appreciate this interactive session with Mr. Governor, promising to give their support to various innovations coming on board. Seyifunmi Olatide, LTV News.